every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Good evening, guys, and welcome to the great show on earth. Yes, on the most of spookiest of nights, all the ghosts and all the ghouls and zombies walking around. And well, mind you, there should be a few zombies walking around Tottenham tomorrow night after we beat Chelsea. They're the biggest zombies of them all. But yeah, welcome to Tottenham versus Chelsea pre-game thoughts. And this is where I go over the injury news, a little bit of rolling back the years as well, of years gone by. And also, we will go over Thomas Frank's press conference as well, just a little bit about what he had to say today. But guys, hope you are doing well. Yeah, it's going to be a good game tomorrow. I'm nervous. I hate playing Chelsea. I do not like it. Just don't like the club. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I forgot to check the audio, which is normal, what I would normally do. I'm so behind today. I do apologize. And if you can hear, we do have a load of fireworks going behind me. That's better. Talk about being disorganized. Is it breaking up? Right. Is that better now? Is that better, Dermo? Dermo, Tequila. Let me know, boss. Let me know, boss, if that is okay. But how are we all this evening? Let me know in the chat how we are all going. And what's your thoughts on tomorrow's game? Are you nervous? Looking forward to it? Look, London derbies always look forward to. Always have done. Yeah, I was asking myself. I was asking myself, Doma, is the mic okay? Yeah, the mic's fine. How are you, Dora? I'm fine, Dora. Anyway, what do you think tonight's game, Dora? Well, it's going to be a great game there. Anyway, yeah, totally lost the plot. I have lost the plot, actually. Never mind, anyway. How are you doing there? Not too bad. Right. Big up the Spurs side chat. It's this 2-0 win against Chelsea for me. Hey, Demo. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going for a 2-1 win. I think it's going to be a tight game. But, do you know what? And if somebody asked me the other day, who is the biggest club, Tottenham or Chelsea? And I actually said Tottenham, because if you look pre-Abramovich, where were Chelsea? Nowhere. We are a bigger club than Chelsea. Chelsea had become big because of the money that was pumped into them, and that allowed them to get better players, and that allowed them then to grow as a club. But if you look at it, I think we got a better fan base, and I think we've got a bigger club. That's history. If you look at recent history, then of course Chelsea are a bigger club than us because of what they won. But Chelsea have always had this hold over us. In the whole Premier League era, we've only won, I think, 7 times against Chelsea in the whole era. I think 8 times, 7 at home, 1 away. We've been dreadful against them. So I'm going to go through a little bit, rolling back the years, which I'm going to start off with. Big up to Nita as well. Good night, Dermo. Good night, Nita and chat. As in, hi, how are you all doing? We are doing fine. Don't do Halloween, thank goodness. It's pissed down in North London. Well, it's been quite nice today here in the southeast corner of this beautiful country of Ireland. But But do you know what I mean? Look, I don't mind Halloween. Halloween's great for the kids, isn't it? It is. It is great for the kids. Like it's great for the adults too, especially if they all dress up as witches and that. But never mind. Sorry, that's my dirty mind going mind way. Sorry about that. Big up the Spurs side chat. Big up Denise. I hope you're doing well as well. Big up to you. Big up to Spurs side chat as well. Chelsea, a bigger club in recent history. Yeah, I would agree. A bigger club, our bigger club in recent history. Totally agree with that. But if you look at it over the years, back in the 70s and 80s, we were a bigger club than then. And they only become big because of Abramovich coming in, to be fair. But did they buy the league? And I think they did buy the league. A lot of Chelsea fans sort of fight against that. A lot of Chelsea fans sort of say, no, we didn't buy the league. Of course, you bought the fucking league. You bought the league because you had somebody come in to put billions into your football club. Of course, you bought the league. I'll big up David Clark. Spurs would have played three more games before I can see my doctor here in Leicester. Well, big up to you, David Clark. Hope you're doing well. So nice to see you in the chat, bud. Big up to Simon Cohen. Big up Dermo. Big up to you, Simon. Hope you're doing. Big up to Gerard as well. How will we score? Long goals, free kicks, headers. Do you know what? As long as a go in, a goal is a goal. I don't care even for an own goal. A goal is a goal. Yeah, it is for kids. It is, but yeah. Don't mind a bit of a Halloween party for adults as well, if you know what I mean. Big up Dermo, big game tomorrow. It is a big game tomorrow. Yeah, come on. Let's beat them blue side. Let's beat them West London lot and put them back in their place and show them who the true masters of London is. Of course, it's Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea played in the dump, though. They still do, to be fair. I mean, we've got a far better stadium than they do. Any Chelsea fans are watching. I do apologise, but I don't like you. Never have, never will. I never will pretend to like you. If I can be plainly honest, I think I hate Chelsea more than I do Arsenal. And I hate Arsenal a hell of a lot, but I've got a bit of respect for Arsenal. I hate Chelsea with a passion. Just a game I do not want to lose. I want to go in there, beat the hell out of them, and get 3 points and send them back to West London, crying to their mamas, crying to their daddies, put them in their little where they live down in their basements and at them crying to their pillows all night. Mammy, they've beaten us. Tottenham have beaten us. Oh, mammy, what am I going to do? That's what I want tomorrow night. Big up Simon Cohen. I'm celebrating my 68th birthday this Sunday. Well, happy birthday, Simon. Absolutely big up to you. 68. Wow, you've seen a lot of Tottenham over the years. Well, happy birthday from everyone here in the gang. Anyone here. Well, I tell you, saying that it's your 60th birthday, that's actually put me nicely in. I'm not saying you're around for this, okay? Just saying. But rolling back the years, as we look back at Tottenham, Chelsea through the years as well, and the little events that have happened during the years. And the first league meeting between the two teams took place on the 18th of December, 1909 at Stamford Bridge. I do know because me and Tequila were there that day. We were covering it for THFC till we die in paper form back in them early years. Yes, this is before the internet comes around. It was all paper form back in the day. At Stamford Bridge, as Tottenham only joined the Football League in 1908 and won promotion to the Football League First Division in 1909. The match was won by Chelsea, no surprise there. 2-1, both teams having struggled in the 1909-10 season. They met again at White Hart Lane on the 30th of April 1910 in their final match of the season, with both fighting for survival in Division 1. Spurs beat Chelsea 2-1, sending Chelsea down with the winning goal. Scored by former Chelsea player Percy Humphreys. There you go. Big up to you, Percy. Well done to you, sir. Of course, the rivalry between the two teams dates back further than them, but we have to flash forward to 1967 FA Cup final, which was the competition's first final to be contested between two teams from London, and thus often dubbed the Cockney Cup final. Tottenham won the game 2-1 with over 100,000 people in attendance. Then we went on a little bit. The rivalry was further ignited during the 74-75 season in one which Tottenham Chelsea fought out a bitter battle against relegation from the First Division. Before the match, Tottenham were in the relegation zone. Chelsea were 1 point ahead of them. The tension of the match left the fans invading the pitch and fighting on the pitch. Now, yeah, about that day, I do apologise. Tequila had too much to drink that day, and he went onto the pitch and he was trying to get the crowd going, and he started a riot. So it's his fault that there was fighting that day. I blame him. He's going to come on and kill me for that comment, but there you go. It's all his fault. For the match, attention to the fighting and invaded the pitch and fighting before the game started. After a delayed start, Tottenham won the game. Yeah, Tottenham. 2-0. Chelsea failed to win either of their remaining 2 games and were eventually relegated from the first division, with Tottenham staying up via a solitary point. There you go. That's wicked. These are from the leagues from Tottenham, the old first division, I think, the FA Cup and the League Cup, 154 matches, 68 wins, 38 draws, 48 for Spurs. In the FA Cup, we've played them 12 times, 6 wins for Chelsea, 4 wins for Tottenham, 2 draws. And the League Cup 13 times, 7 wins for Chelsea, 3 draws, and 3 wins for the mighty Tottenham Hotspur. The longest run without a win, and this is painful. This is league only. This is league only. We went from the 1st of December 1990 to the 5th of November 2006. We played 33 games against Chelsea, won none, drawn 12, lost 23. I mean, I remember that being a kid and just, I don't know. Oh, it just really hurt me. That run really hurt me. It really did. 23 defeats out of 30. We only drawn 12 and 23 defeats. Absolutely dreadful. It was dreadful. Really was. These are the Premier League highest goal scorers against Chelsea. Teddy Sheringham holds the record with 6, along with Harry Kane, Dele Alli with 5, Son with 3. Chris Armstrong's in there with 2. So is Frederick Canute with 2 as well. Kulu with 2. We've got Aaron Lennon 1. And that was the game Aaron Lennon scored in the day that we beat Chelsea 2-1. Aaron Lennon, I forget who scored the other one, in a 2-1 win at White Hart Lane. Danny Rose got 1 as well. Darren Bent, Janolo scored 1. David Howe's actually got 1. Berbatov got 1 as well. Gareth Bale and all them. So there's a few good players through Tottenham history. And then on the Chelsea side, well, it's the same thing. Sorry. So there you go. So look, it's not been a great history between Tottenham and Chelsea, to be fair. And we've never really got to grips with playing Chelsea. And I don't know why we haven't got the grips to playing Chelsea. I don't know why that Chelsea rarely become our bogey side. And it's really hurtful because I hate losing London derbies. I hate losing any game. But losing London derbies really hurts the most. And I know people can be cynical about Tottenham at the moment, or they're not happy, or they're putting sarcastic comments. But I think we've got Thomas Frank was right in the press conference. We've got to be united tomorrow. We've got to be together. We've got to be one to really show that we will not be beaten at home, which we don't have a great home record. Well, we do want to go through him. The team news updates. Great news that Romero, Destiny Udogie, and Wilson Odegaard are all back in contention for the Chelsea. Dominic Solanke won't feature before the international break. Dejan Kulusevski not back on grass yet. Ko Tataki out with his quad, back in training very soon. And joining me is the man that started the riot in the 74-75 game where Tottenham did win to stay up. He only went on the pitch to get the crowd going, ended up scaling a full-scale riot. Of course, he was there reporting for THFC till we die in paper form back in them days. You're right, Tequila.
I didn't know Russell Martin did stuff like that, didn't I? I thought he was just a great Scottish manager. Didn't know he was causing riots. Bless him.
No, you were. Not Russell Martin, you were.
I am Russell Martin. I wish I was.
Yeah, well, you were there. You were there that day.
Listen, I'll tell you a story right before I came on. I had some. It's Halloween, so I had some children come over and do trick or treat. Yeah. So I said trick. I wanted to gamble, right? They scared the hell out of me, damage. Well, not he did. They turned around, put some masks on. They turned around and they were wearing Richarlison and Brendan Johnson masks. They scared the living hell out of me. I nearly had a heart attack. But as they were leaving, I asked if they could play up front. They said they'd let me know.
Did they trip out the door? Didn't make it out?
Yeah, the one in the Charlton mask fell over because that's all he can do.
Yeah, did Brendan Johnson actually make it out the door? Did you sit there?
No,
just
Brendan Johnson was too busy making funny faces there, Mo. That's what he was too busy doing.
I always say the adult parties of Halloween are good fun, especially the witches. But anyway, enough of that. Look, I just went through running back the years with Tottenham and Chelsea. It's never been a good fixture for us, has it? I mean, this is one of the stats I found today, Tequila, right? And it really astounded me. Between the 1st of December 1990 to the 5th of November 2006, and this is well before you started following the club, we went on a 33-game run without beating Chelsea, 23 defeats and 12 draws. And that's covering the old First Division and the start of the Premier League.
Well, all I know is, yeah, you're right. Ever since I started following in about 97, 98, whenever it exactly was, I think I've seen us win like twice, mate. I think 2 or 3 times max, at least in the league anyway. 2 or 3 times max. They've been called our bogey team for some reason, and it sucks because, of course, well, we had this discussion the other day about. I heard you earlier saying about disliking Arsenal more, and I think I do.
Yeah.
From my perspective, and I think one of the reasons why I do is not only because of how they bought the title, but because we never beat them, dude. And you just get so.
I heard Jamie O'Hara this morning talk sport, and John Terry rang in, tried to get a bit of banter. Like,
of course he did.
Jamie O'Hara was right. Chelsea did buy the league. They were nowhere before Abramovich came in, and suddenly Abramovich came to become a bigger club. But I think Tottenham are a bigger club than Chelsea, just because Chelsea bought whatever they because of Chelsea bought all the good players to win, and we never did follow that mold, by the way. I think Tottenham are a bigger club.
Dermot, I think you're getting confused, that's the wrong word, but I think what I think some people are getting a bit mixed up on is that big and more successful are not the same things. So no. I don't think Chelsea are a bigger club than us when it comes to an innate fan base. Just like we're not as big a club as Man United or as Liverpool when it comes to an innate fan base. But what Chelsea are, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, they're a more successful club. It sucks, and they weren't obviously before Abramovich. They weren't, but unfortunately, they are now because of their dominance in the league that they had under Mourinho and Conte, and so unfortunately that has now changed. But they're not a bigger club than us, but they are a more successful. Especially modern times. It sucks, but that part, I'm afraid, we can't deny whether we like it or not.
It does suck. It sucks big time. But let's get on with the press conference. Big up to everyone. Just very quickly, Simon Cohen's birthday on Sunday. He did
Happy birthday.
He said he will be 68 on Sunday. So big up to you, Simon. Everyone in the chat, please wish Simon a happy birthday on Sunday. Big up Nita as well. Big up Nita. Now that I've reached pension age, I am to look more relaxed. My ankle biters have grown up. 2 daughters, 2 grandkids, 2 son-in-laws. Still Tottenham till I die. Well, big up to you, Nita. You're an absolute legend. You are. Big up to David Clark. The only way we beat Chelsea tomorrow is to play 2 up front with Xavi in the 10, adding the extra midfielder, having 3 up front, having only the 10, and 2 others will not bring victory.
2 up front. 2 up front. Who the 2 strikers up front then, David? I really am curious, mate, because
I am curious too.
Assuming that you can only mean Richarlison and Johnson, I suppose. Oh my God, Dermo! I just made a joke about those 2, and now you want to start them up front together.
Well, look, tomorrow at 1 we have a live predicted lineup show, so join me at 1 tomorrow for that. Positive news, Tequila, that Romero, Destiny, and Odegaard are available for selection for Sunday, which is great news. On difficult competing across all competitions, Thomas Frank said, I like to have a challenge. If you had one, which I think we weren't far from, still don't know what game he was watching, we would be in the next round and still competing. It is tough to compete in 60 games. Every club is rotating. That is part of it. You're trying to find the right balance. Look, on is there too many games? Is there too many games in the football calendar for players? And I think there is.
I hate that excuse. But I hate that excuse because it applies to everyone. Are there too many games for Tottenham? Well, no. We're in 4 competitions this year. If you don't want more games next year, Frank, mate, then don't qualify for Europe. I mean, I've got to be honest, right?
Yeah.
You can't complain about that when that's what being success gives you, Dermo.
Yeah.
If you're just successful and then you get into Europe, that means more games. So, you see my point?
It's true.
The further you get in the cups, right?
Mm-hmm.
The better you do, the more games you have to play. So, what is it you want? That would be my retort. I'm not particularly taking a dig at Frank, but something like that is a bit silly. I think that's a bit silly.
I sort of agree with you. I do agree with you. Big up to Nita says, how did that come about? Chelsea of all teams, I know. Big up to Rhino. Big up Dermo. Tequila. Happy Halloween to the both of you. Happy Halloween to you. I want to debate you, sir. I'm calling you out now. I am calling you out here.
Okay.
I am calling him out, Tequila. Hold me back, Tequila. Hold me back. Because I'm calling Rhino out. I am calling him out.
We'll have to get right. When's the member? You want to do? We were going to do a members call in. I think you mentioned you might wanted to do it
after the match tomorrow.
You could come on then, Brian.
Either after the match or on Sunday. I'm not sure yet. Well, Sunday's hard for you because of D&D. So,
yes, you're correct. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yes.
We might do it Monday. Well, Monday we've got a match Tuesday, so all the build-ups on Monday. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it tomorrow, or we'll set it up during during the week. We'll set it up.
Yeah, I can't do Sunday evenings. You're right. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. See, I do know. But you see, I am calling you out, Rhino. I am joking, son. I am joking. I hope you're all right, Rhino. Happy Halloween to you. Do you know he's already got his Christmas tree up already?
What, Ryan?
Mm.
Really? In October, mate? Wow.
Yeah. Fair play. Okay. That's eager. And he has been a member for 3 months. So big up to you, Rhino. Do you want to say anything, Rhino, for being a member for 3 months, though?
Ryan's a good lad. Me and Ryan go back quite a bit. So I know you're a good lad, mate. I hope stuff's going better for you now than it was a couple of years ago. I won't go into detail. It's private, but I hope you're doing better than you were. It sounds like it, and it's good to see you around. So cheers for supporting us, bruv.
Yeah. And I'm only joking, Rhino. You know that. Scary news. Ange could be walking back through the door. I'm joking much.
Maybe through Celtic's door, not for ours. Although I do dream in an alternate universe on my version of hell or comedy, I'd have Ange and Russell Martin as our joint managers. I mean, that would just be bliss. Hell, but bliss.
Bliss for you.
Bliss for me for comedy.
Back at Celtic. I would love him back at Celtic.
No, he's good in Celtic. Go back.
The 2 strikers David said would be Kolo and Kudus.
You're playing Kudus as a striker?
That's interesting.
I guess you could try it. I don't know. It doesn't hurt to try.
I want to say big up to Queen Mary's in the house. Queen Mary the First is in the house. Big up to you, Her Majesty. She's in the house. All of us have to behave now. She's saying too many international breaks. She will be putting a law through Parliament to cut the international breaks. Her Majesty has spoken, so we must listen to her. Big up to you, Mary. Hope you're doing well.
Can we just cut all international football other than the tournaments every 2 years?
Yeah, that'd be good for me because Ireland don't want to ruin my mood during the 2 weeks there's no Tottenham. And big up to Nita. I grew up disliking Chelsea, same here, as well as Arsenal and West Ham, same as me. That will never change, same as me. Do you know what? It's literally, the rain is coming down like the sky's just hit a water main. It's literally hammering it down outside. So on this weekend derby, Tequila, a game like this, under the floodlights against Chelsea, I can't wait for it. It will be a fantastic occasion. We need the fans behind us. The best clubs are united in good times and bad. Is that a rallying cry to the fans that are not behind him, Tequila, do you think?
It might be. I mean, he's doing his job there, mate. He's trying to galvanise. Do you think he's going to go the whole siege mentality route like managers love to do? But us against them stuff.
Yeah.
Mourinho,
I like that.
Mourinho,
I don't mind that.
Mourinho was the best at doing that, but
It was.
I mean, yeah, it could be a bit of a rallying call. What do you think?
Yeah. I think it is. I do. It's collective effort of teams and fans at home. Again, another question. That is the plan. They aim 5,000 fans travelled on the road. Fair play to them. 5,000 on Wednesday night. That is fantastic dedication. I don't see a reason why we can't perform at home. The best stadium in the world, sound level in that stadium is insane. He's really is calling out fans, isn't he, to get behind the team tomorrow night? But there has been accusations, just very quickly to get it, there has been accusation that the atmosphere at the stadium hasn't been great.
Because this is what I mean. This is why I'm kind of like kind of making noise, because it's like I don't think I agree with him on that. I think that's a little bit like I don't see a reason why we can't perform at home. Well, you should see the reason, because when teams sit back, we got nothing.
Yeah.
And at home,
I get that.
as the home team, we're expected to take the game to them. And when we're asked to take the game to them, because of our current woes up front and our lack of creativity, in my opinion, and Thomas Frank isn't the most progressive manager. So I'm not really digging him out. I'm just saying, but this is why. So he's saying, I don't see a reason. Well, you don't? He doesn't?
I know.
Like, do you not see a reason why we struggle at home, Dermo? Because I do.
I do too, because we're not exciting enough. We're quite boring. And I know I called Tequila, we need a bit of boring after Ange, right? I know I did. But there's being boring and there's going over the top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has to play a bit more attacking. He has to tweak the formation a little bit, that we're a bit more attacking at home. I understand going away from home and playing defensive. That's fair enough. We all understand that. But at home, it's down to you to go at the teams. They're quite happy to sit back in defense, and that we have to go and attack them. We're not doing that. I think it's because of lack of players.
Do you think also, and this is going to have to be something that Frank is going to have to learn, and unfortunately for him, the way the football is, he's going to have to learn it fast as well. That people have criticised him, and maybe there's elements of a point that, oh mate, you're not at Brentford anymore. Do you think because he was at Brentford, who quote unquote are one of the smaller clubs, especially in the Premiership, they are definitely one of the smallest, maybe even the smallest, if you really look at it. He's not used to having to take games to teams.
I think that is. I think that's a major good point. That's a very good point. I think that is because he's always had the mentality of we need to get a point either home or away. You don't have that luxury at Tottenham.
He's not used to the emphasis being put on him and his team to, attack and to dominate and dictate. And whether he likes it or not, that is kind of what the Spurs fan base will maybe not yet. We see the early signs of the unrest. It's silly to ask to want him out, but you and I can already sense it that he can't continue this way of playing. I think he'll get this year, but he needs to be thinking about changing that. And that comment, Dermo, that he said, that concerns me a little bit. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit concerned about I don't see a reason. Well, most of us see a reason, and he should see a reason, and he's a lot smarter than we are when it comes to football matters. So he could see it if we can see it.
Look, I just think tomorrow the fans will be up for it. It is a London derby, and we need to make that place as intimidating and as hostile as humanly possible. Like we did against Chelsea a couple of years ago under Conte when we made that place a fortress. But you can't just do it for the odd games together. You have to make it every game like that. Every game. Every game like that. So look, we have to see what happens tomorrow. But look, I'm looking forward to it. I won't bore you with all the games, with all the thing. He did talk about Dom Solanke as well. He said, "Lates on Dom. We're very aware that we want Dom back. We want him back, and no setbacks. We're very aware of doing it in the right way. It is going in the right way, but won't be back before the international break." And that was it. So, look, his press conference, a little bit of a sort of rallying cry, a little bit on team players coming back, but nothing really coming out of it together that will ready to put your finger on it, if you know what I mean.
The Solanke stuff concerns me because
Yeah,
he's not
it
going
does.
to be. So how many games until the next break? He's still going to be out for this whole period of these tough fixtures we've got that we're in the middle of now. He's not going to be around for any of them.
I'm telling you now. Oh God, let me tell you now. You got where's Premier League? So going to maybe somebody might put it into the chat. Maybe somebody might put it into the chat.
I mean, I can have a look, just see when the next.
Yeah, I'm having a look at the moment too. I hate the Premier League website. They've totally changed it. Like matches. Here we go.
I mean, it looks like he's going to be out most of the year then, Dermo. So he's not going to be back till 2026. That's terrible.
It does. It does. Right. So what are we now? We are. What are we now? We're match week 10 or 11, I think. Where's matches? Here we go. So we're match week 10. So we've got match week 11. We've got Man United next week. Jesus.
So it's 13th to 18th of November.
Yeah. So next week.
Right. So he's going to be out at least 6 more weeks then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So next week is the last game before the international break. So we played Man United half 12 at home before the international break. And our first game back after the international break is the North London derby against Arsenal away.
And what date is that?
That's 24th of November. Or 23rd.
So he's at least a month away,
Yeah.
and it could be as much as 6 weeks.
Yeah.
God. Well, don't expect us to score that many goals, guys, until he gets back. And he's not exactly prolific himself, but he's just better than what we've got.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear is right. Oh dear is right and right and right. Right, let's go through this before we end off, guys, because yes, I am on the Manchester United agenda at 9. So this is sort of a quick pre-game thoughts. Madison's out with the ACL, Dragonson's out with the ACL, Davis is out with the thigh injury, Kulu's out with the knee injury, Solanke is out with the ankle injury. No sign of Kulu coming back anytime soon either. That came out at the press conference as well today. That is extremely worrying. Kulu's not even back on grass yet. So that's extremely worrying indeed. Basuma is out, Taki is out, and Archie Gray is out. We do have a major injury crisis at the club. I don't know. We have played Chelsea 66 times, Tequila, in the Premier League. We've drawn 21. Look, can I just look at them numbers? Oh, Lord. Can we just not relegate Chelsea to the Conference League? We have played Chelsea. Let's start with us at home. We've won a total of 8 games against Chelsea in 66 games, Tequila.
Is that just the league, or is that taking into account cups?
No,
and stuff?
that's just the league.
So and that's since the Premiership started. So what, 96?
Yeah.
Is it 96 Premiership started? 90,
No, 92,
earlier?
92, 93. So
Okay.
8 total wins, 7 at home and 1 away. For Tottenham. Chelsea, 37 total wins, 21 at home, 16 away.
Wow.
Oh, Lord. Doesn't make good reading, does it?
Yeah, I'm not. There you go, Dermo. Okay, so I'd take a draw. I would.
Yeah, I would too. I would take a draw. I really would.
Looking at those
there you
numbers,
go.
I'd take a draw.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let's carry on. Of course, last 5 games, Chelsea we've only had 1 win out of the last 5. That was a 2-0 Chelsea win, 2-0 win at home on the 26th of February 2023. We have lost every game since. Of course, we had the 4-3 last season, 8th of December. That was a crazy game. They did beat us on Thursday, the 3rd of April, 2025. we did have the 4-1 defeat as well. That was Ange's first. That was after the good run we had under Ange Postecoglou when we went down to 9 men.
That's the match, Derma, where our season literally disintegrated in front of our eyes.
But you know what? We may have lost 4-1, but I still say it, and I say it now. But I was very proud of the team that night for the way that we played against them. I mean, Chelsea, we had chances to win that game as well, by the way. Sonny hit the post. All I remember is Nicholas Jackson he actually had to wait to the end of the game to 2 open goals to score. You know what I mean? Chelsea should have beaten us well outside before then. And they were lucky to get 4-1 flat at them that night, to be fair to Kilo, if I'm being honest.
Wasn't that the match where we were down to 9 men and Andrew was still playing a high line? Yep.
Yeah, I was proud of the team that night. I remember doing the post-match with Philip Brady after that. I did go on the record, say, well, I was very proud of the team that night. Should have won it. We could have won it. We could have got a draw out of that game. But that is the last 5 games between us and Chelsea. Season stats, we are 3rd in the league with Chelsea 9th. 5 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, 4 clean sheets for Tottenham Hotspur. 4 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats, and 3 clean sheets for Chelsea. Chelsea's Tottenham's form guide, not bad. Only 1 defeat in our last 1 defeat. Let's check. But yeah, only 1 defeat in our last 5. A couple of wins and a couple of draws. Chelsea have a more erratic last 5. Lost to Chelsea, Tequila. They did beat Forest. They did beat Liverpool, but lost to Brighton and did lose to Manchester United as well. So only 2 wins out of their last 5. Are you surprised by any results there for Chelsea? Sunderland won 6 out of me, and Brighton as well. They're 2 results.
I think, especially Sunderland, right? Brighton, we know. Brighton on their day, we know can turn up. Sunderland, obviously, they're very much an unknown quantity because, of course, they've been out the top flight for a number of years. I mean, hell, they were in League One a couple of years ago, so they've done immensely well over the last couple of years. But nobody really expected them, and that was the match. We spoke about it the other day. That was the match where I remember seeing Cundy coming into TalkSport, and he was complaining about it, and O'Hara was playing his violin and stuff because they lost at the last minute, more or less, didn't they? Sunderland scored to win it at the last minute. That one definitely sticks out. Chelsea were quite shell-shocked. It'd be great if we could pull something like that off, wouldn't it? You'd think with all due respect to Sunderland, you'd think if they can do it, then why can't we? But then again, Sunderland's probably got a better strike forwards than us. How depressing is that?
It is very depressing. What do you think about Chelsea this season? Do you think they're a little bit erratic this year?
I think Chelsea's still got a bit of an identity crisis. I think that the manager. Do you think he's a great manager? He did decent at Leicester. He got them promoted, but do you think he's that great a manager? Because I'm not sure that he is. I was a bit surprised that they went for him, to be honest, at the time. They've got a good team. They've got too many players. We know that, Dermo.
Yeah,
they're not title challengers, and I'm not sure they're ever going to be again for a long time. So they'll be lucky to get top 4.
Yeah, I think so. I do think so as well. I really do. If you are in New Zealand, like Shamu is, it is on Amazon Prime Video. In UK and Ireland, it's on Sky. In Australia, it's on Amazon Prime Video. In Canada, it's on DAZN TV, Fubu TV. And USA, it's on Paramount Plus as well, if you're over the water. Who's in charge? The Australian Gerard Gillette's in charge. Oh, Jesus. Do you know this manager? He's refereed this 11 times. We've had 6 wins and 5 defeats with this referee in charge. Timothy Wood and Wade Smith are the assistant referees. Samuel Barrott is the 4th official. And on VAR, the man that won't be looking at the game is Craig Parson. So that is all your information, guys, all your knickknacks that you need to know. Tequila, Ryan's, I don't know if you want to, I don't know if you want to read that now.
No, he's just Ryan saying that he trusts you and Dave. Yep, both good lads. I trust him as well, Ryan.
I don't know what to say to that, to be fair. I really don't.
I think he means about coming on because I think because he goes. I know he goes on Dave's show, so I think that he's only going to come on to places he trusts. Probably.
Yeah, and look, we'll look after him here. He knows he rattled my cage last night when he said that he called the Europa League a Mickey Mouse Cup. I mean, I hope you were joking right now. I hope you were joking.
I can see where he's coming from. I wouldn't call it a Mickey Mouse Cup, but I can see he's debating. He said that. Maybe I'll wait until what he writes then.
No, you said, Rhino, don't go stepping back. You said it's on YouTube. You said you called the Europa League a Mickey Mouse Cup. Right. You called that, and you also called the League Cup a Mickey Mouse Cup. And you also said, I did not celebrate Tottenham winning the Europa League. And here's a man next to me, Rhino, right, who was as big against Ange as anybody. But he celebrated it because he's a Tottenham fan. You're a Spurs fan. Celebrate it. You've got to let your inner Tottenham out, Rhino. Let it out. Let it flow. Let it flow, Rhino. Let it flow. I've even made this man next to me a little bit delusional at times. Even I'm robbing off on him.
No, I'm not that bad yet.
I am robbing off on you a little bit.
I understand. I think I'm not going to speak for Ryan. He's his own man, but I think what he's getting at, and I can understand where he's coming from, is because of the nature of the final and how bad the match itself was.
I don't care.
I know you don't care, but I know that you don't care. But we had this discussion before, just the other night, where it was trophies versus entertainment, trophies versus playing well. So I can see where he's coming from. I'm not saying I don't call it. I've never called it a Mickey Mouse. It is a European trophy. It's the secondary 2 out of 3. So it's more prestigious than the Conference League. But it's not as prestigious as the Champions League. You can only beat what's in front of you. These are all factual. But also, Dermo, you know as well as I do that was the weakest version of the Europa League in many a year because of the rule changes.
Yeah, but
I know, but these are all facts that cannot be denied.
I know they're all facts. I mean, I don't call Dortmund. Who did we beat in the quarterfinals? Was it Frankfurt?
Frankfurt, and I think that victory was our biggest victory on our road to the final. Was beating Frankfurt.
You've still got to beat teams what's in front of you. Not many finals, to be fair. How many finals have you watched and rewatched, Nikita? You can say that. How many finals can you go back and say, do you know what? That was a great final. There's not many finals you watched you could think back and think, do you know, it was a great final. Most finals are crap to watch, to be fair.
It wasn't just the quality of the final. It was the fact it was 2 teams who were finishing 16th and 17th in their division.
Look, if we had finished higher, I don't think I think because where we finished, that's what most people are making. I was saying, look, we've got teams finish in their leagues, and I get that, and I understand that, but I do also feel that you have to beat who's in front of you. You can't dictate who you get, and if you beat who's in front of you, and you get yourself to a final, and you win that final, then you deserve as winners. I can't remember many Tottenham finals where we've played really well, and like I always say that we were very lucky to get to the Champions League final, and I get slated for that. We were extremely lucky. If it wasn't for VAR and a load of extra time against Manchester City and Ajax, we wouldn't have got to that final. And then when we did turn up to that final, we didn't turn up at all. You know, because we ended up playing a half-fit Harry Kane instead of a fully fit Mora who got us there.
I understand, Ryan. Okay, I didn't quite understand what you meant. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. And maybe I've opened the can of worms by saying that. Sorry, Rhino. I feel bad now. Just to put it into context, Gold Digger 123, who is a member, by the way, so big up to you, sir. I didn't say it was a Mickey Mouse Cup. Neither did Tequila. Somebody said it on another show who will remain nameless.
I'm surprised, Gold Digger, that your comment got through. Congratulations, YouTube, for allowing that through. Interesting.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's YouTube's. Normally, YouTube flag those messages. It's just
Yeah,
because
they do actually.
it's just because of the swear word, mate, and it's not 9 p.m. So
yeah.
Anyway, YouTube let it through. I can't do two things. I'm obviously on the show, otherwise I would have. It never came up to block. So
No, normally it does come up and flags it. No, you're right. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
He is, and it's. It just means it's just not. I mean, you can't sit here and say that the Europa League is as prestigious as the Champions League. No. You can't sit here and say that the Carling Cup or whatever you want to call it is as prestigious as the FA Cup or everything. So they're the lesser of the cups that are there. The Conference League, as I said, is lesser than. So really, the true Mickey Mouse of the three is the Conference League. Yeah, but there are levels to this. So that's all I think Ryan meant. I mean, Ryan can defend himself, but. He's allowed to say it's just a way of saying that he didn't think the cup's that prestigious. The Carling Cup is the least prestigious domestic trophy you can win. There's no getting around it.
I think this is for you, Tequila. So I'll let you answer it.
Who cares, Tequila? If you are winning something, it matters not. Playing crap and not winning anything is what people are saying.
To be fair, I get what you're saying, Tequila. I do get. I mean, apart from Frankfurt, Bodo wasn't the greatest team in the world, to be fair, in the semi-finals.
I understand. I get it, and because also we were trophy starved as well, so I understand where people are coming from. But I also think you need to just see it. Also, you need to put a little bit. You need to take the goggles off a little bit and realize that we won the cup. We beat what was in front of us. We have no control over who we play, 100%. But you're also not going to sit here and tell me, right, that had the Europa League been its normal rules from yesteryear, that we would be anywhere near that final because we would have to go through a whole bunch of teams who are dropping out the Champions League. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. David Clark's now jumping on the bandwagon now. Wish I never mentioned it now. Sorry. So the League Cup is a Mickey Mouse Cup according to one of your members. His opinion, he's entitled to it. This is not, we're not a closed society. We're allowed opinions. It is a democracy. Everyone is allowed an opinion on this channel. You're free to have your say as long as it's respectful and as long as you respect others and you're respectful to the hosts and the members and people in the chat. You can say what the hell you like within reason. And that's, I know the killer will back me up in that. But he says the winners, Liverpool 10, Man City 8, Man United 6, Chelsea 5, both Liverpool, Man City. I've won it 4 times in a row.
That doesn't stop it being the least valuable domestic cup.
It's a domestic cup, though, isn't it? It gets you Europe. I know it gets you into the Conference League.
Yeah, so it was demoted. So even the FA are saying that this is the least important. My point is, and like I say, Ryan's a big enough man; he can defend himself. But my point is that you might not like the terminology Mickey Mouse Cup, but that's all it is. It just means it's the least prestigious domestic cup, which we all know it is. So I don't understand what the problem is. It is the least prestigious domestic thing to win, isn't it? Am I wrong?
Yeah, it is. If you're looking at the Charity Shield,
other than the Charity Shield.
Yeah. Okay. I think the Charity Shield is the least. I think if you're looking at the 2 domestic cups, I think there is both. The FA Cup is more important. Of course it is. It's more. The FA Cup, of course, is something that every team wants to win, and we haven't won one since 1991, and that's shame on Tottenham and shame on the managers and shame on Levy and shame on everyone who was associated with the club that we never took the FA Cup more. We didn't prioritize the FA Cup more than we did.
Let me ask you this as well, then, Dermo, to answer kind of what David's saying. He's right. A lot of the big teams have dominated the Carling Cup, but I bet if you ask their fans to remember the Carling Cup victories compared to their FA Cup victories, compared to their European Cup victories, compared to their league title wins and their celebrations, how many of them do you think remember the time they won the Carling Cup compared to them? We're different because we're starved. These teams are not starved to success. We were. That's different. These teams...
I get it.
Do you think their fans remember that anywhere near as fondly as they do winning stuff like the FA Cup?
I'm going to be a bit hostile here, so please excuse me for what I'm saying. No, he said he didn't relate the Europa. He didn't. No, he said he didn't relate. He didn't rate it. He didn't rate the Europa.
He didn't rate the Europa because it was Ange. What do you mean, Gold? Me?
No, I don't think it was us. I don't get that.
I don't.
What do you mean, goal digger? Let us know what you mean, man.
So are you saying then, Gold, that I assume you're talking about Ryan? Like I say, he's his own man. He can defend himself. He doesn't need me or Dermot to do it. But
No.
Do you mean, just so I understand what you're saying, do you mean that if it would have been another manager who won it, he would have celebrated it?
Yeah. I'd still don't buy that either, by the way. A trophy's a trophy. I'm sorry. To go back to your question, I'm going to be probably a little bit here, a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit probably controversial here about what I'm about to say. But if you look at Chelsea and you look at Man City, I don't think they give a shit what they win because they buy it. They've bought it anyway. They've cheated to win it, to be fair.
So hold on.
Man United fans, yes. I think Man United fans probably won't remember because they won so many bigger trophies because of it. So I would agree. Who else did he say? Liverpool. I think Liverpool fans would, because I don't think Liverpool.
Liverpool might have done 20 years ago when they were starved, but not nowadays.
No. I think Chelsea, in a way, yes. I think they would remember because they've been a bit starved recently of trophies as well. And I don't think Chelsea are this great team as everyone thinks they are, by the way.
Well, not at the moment, no.
No. I find that I think Arsenal may win the League Cup this year. I've just got a sneaky feeling they may win that this year. I think they're my tip to win it this year. I hate saying it, but they are my tip to win it this year. Maybe them or Palace in the final. No, they're playing Palace in the next round, aren't they?
Yeah. Comment here by Gold Digger. Do you know how many teams? That doesn't mean just because they don't win it, that doesn't mean that they're not higher quality teams, dude.
Yeah.
You still can't tell me that the Europa Cup win we had last year was the strongest version of the Europa League there's been. It's the weakest Europa League there's been, right, in many a year because of the rule changes. There's no debating this fact. Right? There's no debating that fact. The rule changes have made it an easier thing to win. This year,
I know, I understand.
Well.
I think you're right.
This year will be the same. It just so happens that we won it the first year that these new rules were implemented.
I think you're right. I think with the Champions Leagues not coming down, it did make it slightly easiest to win. I would agree with that the road to the final was made a bit more easier than it would have been if Champions League teams were in there. But who knows if we would have beaten Champions League teams? We will never know. That one sort of hypothetically, isn't it? It's in the hypotheticals that hypothetically we could have.
I just don't understand why people are just can't see the facts. That the facts are that I said it was an easier version of the Europa League to win. This year's an easier version than under these rules has made it easier for teams like us and other teams who are going to be in this Europa to win it because the Champions League teams don't drop down.
Yeah, but also it's a European. He's on about Ryan, by the way. I think that was to Ryan, by the way, not to us. Okay. But no, I think you make a very good point, Tequila, that with the Champions League, it did make it easier to get there, but you still got to beat who's in front of you. You still got to win that final. You still got to turn up, and we've turned up in many.
And I never said differently, dude. But
no, I know that.
I never said differently, but you can't tell me that it was a harder cup to win last year.
No, I never said it was. I know
you didn't.
I think Frankfurt was our hardest game, but look, Bodo was a banana skin that we could have slipped up on too. I think we won that in the first leg, by the way. That tie was dead and buried after the first leg. I think we made it hard for ourselves. We lost the Rangers. We lost the Galatasaray on that route to that final. We didn't make it easier for ourselves, by the way. And like we're finding the Champions League very hard at the moment because the quality of the teams and the quality of the opposition is higher than what we would have faced in the Europa League. I think if we were in the Europa League this year, I think giving teams to win the Europa League to go into the Champions League, I think it's not the right decision by UEFA. I think if you win the Europa League, you should be allowed to come back into the Europa League the next year and defend your title.
When we did our predictions last year, for anyone who was watching at the time, and when the Europa League came up,
we all said the Europa League.
And who did we think the finalists were going to be? United and
Yeah, of course
Spurs.
it did. Yeah.
And what happened?
It got to United and Spurs. I know. But do you agree, Tequila, that the Europa League should not go up to the Champions League? They should be kept in the Europa League. If you finish top 4 or top 5, you qualify the Champions League. If you win the Europa League and you win that, then you shouldn't be allowed to go into the Champions League because you haven't finished up higher in the league to qualify for it. I think that made a mockery.
But do you not think that it gives, by giving a Champions League play to the Europa League winners, it does give that extra something to fight for? Do you not think? I understand what you're saying. There's an argument, Dermo, and people have been arguing this for years, right? The Champions League really should just be for the champions.
It should be. I mean, for me, the Champions League
just
is
the first place teams.
Yeah, for me, the Champions League is a super league within itself. I think this new Champions League was, because of the Super League came out, the UEFA knew they need to have to change the Champions League into a league format. So they had to change it. And I think, I personally myself, as much as I'm over the moon Spurs won the Europa League last year, I don't think we were good enough or big enough to go into the Champions League. Our league form told us that, finished 17th in the league last season. We should have been kept in the Europa League. The champions should go into the champions, and then the rest of it should be down like it was back in the old day. I have to go because I'm very late for the United agenda. So I'm going quick. I mean, I could carry on this for the next half hour with you, Tequila, because it's a really interesting subject.
Yeah, there's more meat to pick off these bones, but unfortunately, he's already made plans, haven't you, Dermo?
Yeah, I'm going over to the agenda. Yeah. We are doing a lot of next week with the agenda as well, guys, because of the Man United game coming up. So me and Tequila will be going over for a debate on the agenda. It will be THFC Till We Die versus the Man United agenda.
Well, a lot of you guys are going to have to come over and support us because we have to fight against the evil United fans. Me and Dermot got to work. Yeah, that's true. Com's going to be there as well, so we'll just have fun.
You're my Alex Ferguson.
I'll take you, Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, you're my Alex Ferguson. Right, guys, we know you're debating in the chat, but I've got to go. Tequila, can I let you close down the show because I've got to really go because I'm really late. Or do you want me to do it? I do it. It's all right. I do it.
Go on, then, guys. You do it. I probably could, but I'd have to set it up. That's all. Yeah.
Right. Don't worry, guys. We're back tomorrow at 1 with the predicted lineup. Join me live at 1 o'clock with the predicted lineup. I'm back on at 5 with Before the Whistle. 5:20 for the watch along. 7:30 for match reactions. And then join us Sunday for Final Score, where we talk everything Tottenham, Chelsea. Go over that. I'll get a few lads on as well. Brenny and a few of the lads, because I know Tequila will be killing ghouls and witches and every which way but loose. He might be going home with a witch too.
Take what I can get.
On that bombshell, he'll be having a ghoul and a witch night. But on that bombshell, enjoy your Halloween. Don't do anything spooky. And we'll speak to you later. Come on, you Spurs. In Thomas Frank we trust. We never stop. Tequila, take us out, son.
10K an hour, mate. Just so I am, mate. Happy Halloween, mate.